This is from Austin. Luke Linus, in an earlier show, you said sometimes as you scale up in a business, you have to become less efficient. Can you give some examples of that?
Oh, sure. I mean, the easiest example of that is I brought in Luke to write scripts, right? So now we went from, let's ignore Ed, who edited videos, and Yvonne, who did all the accounting and stuff. So let's go back to the original 4-person team, but let's pretend it was only 2. Let's pretend it was just me and Luke. If it's me, when I want to write a script, all I do is write the script, and that takes, let's say, 4 hours. Okay, now I brought in Luke. We have double the number of hours. So cool.
We're going to get 2 scripts every 4 hours.
But a script still takes 4 hours. And when it's done, now I have to review it, which takes maybe 30 minutes. So my time certainly got more, sometimes longer. So my time certainly got more efficient, but overall, it took more hours to deliver a finished product. And you basically take that, multiply it times however many levels of management, add the game of telephone that exists for every different team and individual that's involved in providing feedback on whatever it is, and you go from, a public communication from me back in the day being like, blah, 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 something on Reddit hit, to 6, 7, 8 people are involved to make sure that I don't put my foot in my mouth about a warranty or something like that, right?
There's also like team coordination. You can't all be running around with chickens with your head cut off. So you start needing to have meetings, and then, you try to control that. So you start building processes to make it so you don't have to have that meeting. Okay, but that takes time. And now you have to train people because you're trying to bring on junior people, but that takes more time. And just every added person, every single one, every additional person that you bring on reduces efficiency almost across the board by some amount. Might be really small, but it's some amount. And hopefully that added person adds more than the efficiency that they take away from the rest of the team. But that equation is always happening.
That's why small teams are good. That's why small teams get a lot done. Yeah. Yep.
Because you have less reporting to deal with. You have less extra documentation. Yes, even on a small team, even a team of 1, you should be making some amount of documentation, but you're going to be making more if you're on a big team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is what it is. And it's frustrating, but there's nothing you can do about it. It's just going to be that way.
Yep. And like in theory, Luke's script that he spent 4 hours on would be absolutely perfect. And I wouldn't need to review it because he did it as well as me. But no offense, but I'm a much better writer than Luke. And the standards for the channel, the standards for the channel aren't going to change. It has to be to my standard. So I have to look at it.
And that's going to be a consistent problem if you're in a field that I will call artisan.
Creative.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're in a creative line of work.
Because you're going to have a way that you like things as well. And there's pretty much no way that the person that you hire is going to make things exactly in the way that you like them.
Yeah. And also, aside from preference, I am just a better writer than you.
Yeah. You didn't hire me as a writer.
It's true. I really didn't. I hired him to be a camera operator.
Yeah.
Which you're even worse at than writing.
That works great.
Yeah. Now, in theory, right, you hire people who are better at things than you. Luke is a much better manager of development than I am. I have no idea where to even start. But then the inefficiency goes the other way, because now Luke has to explain to me what the crap it is that he does in a weekly Floatplane Digest document that he creates, because otherwise I and the rest of the executives have no idea what each other are doing, and in a meeting where I'm able to provide any feedback and ask questions. It's inefficient, but I don't see another way to do it.
I think it's inefficient and it is efficient. Because it's an efficient solution to a problem, but it's a problem that's created
inefficiency.
Yeah.
This is great. Best line of the WAN show actually goes to A Prime, not to you. Luke wrote a great fantasy of a resume.
That's true.
Your resume was
true. It was complete. Don't do this to me, by the way. I've caught people doing this. This is not a suggestion. But I definitely lied through my teeth on my resume.
Yeah, you sure you don't?
I had never filmed.
You sure you're not running for office?
Anything. That resume would have been really good at
U.S. House of Representatives?
I had
Is your
never
real name
filmed
George?
anything. I told you in the first interview though, right? I think so. I'm pretty sure. And then you're like, okay, we'll just film this thing. And the camera that you gave me couldn't even zoom. So I was like, nice, easy mode. And then I kept kind of cheating because I got all my friends to comment bomb the video really positively. I've told you this part too. 'Cause-
Yeah, I know. It just makes me cringe every time.
Let's go. Getting it done. Don't do that.
Yeah.